Wow. What a Super Bowl halftime show. Welcome back, everyone, to Editor J's Editing Hour. I'm Editor J of MTG Attitude and OpenSea Films, and today I'm finally going to show you how I turned Big Box Dave into a box. Start a new composition. Call it Morph. Import file. Not multiple files. Well, fine. It's fine either way. Multiple files. These two. Import. And then just hit done. And we're going to drag our footage into the timeline. Actually, first, double click the footage. And there's a part here where I wave. That's where we're going to start. Hi. Hit the endpoint. And we'll end it about here. Where we have a box and a surprised look on my face like I had just pooped my pants. Who lets me talk about stuff like this, honestly? Let's right click, go to transform, fit to comp. Okay. Let's go to the composition, change the composition settings, and we're just going to add 30 seconds to this. Okay. So now we have the full length of the composition. Let's rename this layer. No. Don't forget to organize. Bottle, duplicate, Control D, and call this box. I feel like I'm looking at that bottle as if it's talking to me. Drink me. Drink me. Anyway, go to the point in time where you see the box and you're no longer moving. And Control Shift D to split the layer and then delete it. And come back to the bottle layer where my hand's not moving and cut that. Control Shift D and trim that and delete it. Actually, let's bring this layer over to this. There we go. And just line them up so they slightly overlap. And voila. We've morphed the box and bottle. We've morphed the bottle into the box. Now, of course, we can do some things to make this look a little better. The first of which is trimming the comp. Okay. I think we've gone over that enough times to know how to do it. So, now we're going to come to the point where we want the transition to start. So I'd say about 3.5 seconds, maybe a little bit closer to 3. And then we're going to duplicate the layer and take this bottle morph. Hit enter on the keyboard, then trim the layer down to where the transition's going to start. Now, let's draw a mask around the bottle. We're going to have to animate this mask just a little bit. That's cool. Ding, bing, bing. Okay, it moves just a little bit, so come over to the mask path, hit M on the keyboard, hit M on the keyboard, go back to the beginning of the transition, hit the stopwatch, and then go ahead a couple of frames and just adjust the mask to stay with the bottle. Okay. That looks pretty good. Alright, so now hit enter on the keyboard and rename the mask Bottle. This is a step you don't want to skip. It's pretty important for later. Okay, now duplicate the box layer. Control D. Call this box morph. And we're going to repeat the same process. Drag this layer over to where the transition is going to begin. Select the pen tool and draw a mask. So now, same as before, we're going to come down, hit M, trim this down, hit M, set a keyframe and mask path, and then go back a few frames and adjust the mask. And then once we're done with this, we'll go ahead until the end and adjust those masks and make sure the mask moves with the box. Yeah. So let's finish this up. And don't worry about those fingers. I don't even think we're going to notice those, but we'll see. Let's get to the next step here. Now, what you want to do is okay, so now with the box morph, you want to copy mask 1 and paste it to the bottle morph and rename it by hitting enter to box. Bottle? No, rename it to box. J to box. Alright, coming on back up. We're going to set that to none. And then we're going to copy this bottle mask. Control C and Control V, paste it to box morph. Let's rename this one box as well. And set the bottle to none. Now, perfect. Let's shut off the box morph for now. Come back to bottle morph. And we're going to add a reshape effect. Now, the source mask will be bottle, and the destination will be box. So the bottle will morph into the box shape. Right, so now we're going to turn the value of percentage up and see how that looks. Become the center of the box. And now you open up this correspondence points and then hold Alt and you'll see a little add. You can click anywhere on the mask. So just add a couple more. And then, oops. Adjust it so you can tell After Effects where you want the bottle to go. So this top piece will go to the left, this top right piece will go to the right, and then we'll try to maybe add one more here on the bottom. And then yeah, you really got to get precise with that. Jeez. Well, this one works. There we go, and that'll turn into the bottom of the box. You'll see what happens to it this time. Very cool. Okay, so now we're going to set a keyframe at 100. No. That's what it's going to look like. So let's turn that down. Set a keyframe here at 0% at the beginning of the transition. Come to the end of the transition and set that to 100. And now it shrinks down into a box. Ding! Alright, now next thing you want to do is hit T on the keyboard, set a keyframe for opacity, set it at 100, and then at the end of the transition you want to set it to 0. So gradually the visibility of the bottle diminishes to 0. Okay. Let's turn the visibility of the box on and the bottle off. Yes, the bottle is still there, but you'll see what we do with that later. So now the source mask is the bottle and the destination mask is the box, which we're going to do that the other way around, scratch that, reverse it. And we're going to set correspondence points the same exact way we did before, except this time we're going to line them up slightly differently. Now set this to 100. So you can see what's going on there. Set it to 100. Set it to 100. Thing's playing with me, bro. Set it to 100. Set it to 100. You didn't set a keyframe, dummy. Oh, we just figured out that we didn't set a keyframe. Alright, so come back to the first keyframe. Okay, well, it appears we didn't do this transition correctly, and we forgot to add a keyframe with the percentage of the box and the bottle, so remember to set a keyframe for the box at 100%, and then at the end of the transition should be 0%. Okay? That's just what you're going to have to do. Okay, now duplicate the box morph layer and call it box glow. Precompose it, move all attributes, hit OK, and now we're going to apply the glow effect. Control space, glow. And this will be on the alpha channel, which is on the transparency. Now, turn the glow threshold down and the radius up to like 50. Threshold down to 12. Down the radius down to 30. And then we have a glow on the outside of the box. And as it's already fading in, it'll automatically do that. Anyway, set these to 0. Set 2 keyframes. Come to the end of the part of the transition where you want it to be most bright. Set it to 30 and 50, and then at the end set it back to 0 so it comes in and goes back out again as if magic has just happened. And then we're going to basically do the same exact thing with the bottle layer. See? Look. Check it out. Man, what a day that was trying to figure it out. How are we going to make this kid a box? Anyway. Now, we could have a little fun, add a new solid. I really like this saber effect, so we'll use it again in this one. Let's say I have barred magic coming out of my eyeballs. So we'll set a saber layer. Go to render settings, set it to transparent. Line it up with my eye. Come back to the beginning. And then you can just sort of set this thing to anything you want. So let's maybe a core, cellular, ghost. Let's try hardcore. That looks pretty fun. Change the color to a, I don't know, purple. There's some purple eye magic. And this would be fun to cover up that secondary instance of the bottle that happens to exist. Remove the end of the core, make sure you get the end. Put the start on the eyeball. And that was not, don't want to move the layer. Just pull that little target down. Follow the bottle down, bottle down, bottle down. And right about here, hit the box and then start coming back up. Now you see it folds in half again. I wonder why it's doing that. Alright, so let's get creative and set a scale keyframe. Set a keyframe right around here and then, oops, let's fix the anchor point first. Stick that right at the eyeball. So it scales down from that point. Now, set a keyframe at 0 right when this thing's about to end. And then come back and set a keyframe at 100. So let's start over. Set a keyframe, set it at 100%, set it at 0, 100. Have it follow, hit the box, and then set a keyframe, then 1 frame later set it to 0. And then we eye shoot that thing, turn it into a box, and the eye magic gets sucked back in. Then select the layer, duplicate it, move it over to the other eye. Now this layer should be identical. There we go. Now it's doing what it's supposed to do. Let's reset. Not too shabby here. Alright, minimize all this stuff. Select all the layers. Pre-compose them, move all attributes. Scale this up just a slight smidge. Alright, so there you have it. You'll see here that right as I shoot the magic purple beams out of my eyes that there is a camera shake. I will teach you to do that in a very near future tutorial, but you can add that camera shake just to add a little bit of oomph to the scene. You know, this isn't that terrible, it's not that great, but in effect this is how we changed Big Box Dave to a box in MTG Attitude's Mystery Monday series. By the way, if you like Magic the Gathering, MTG Attitude is the place to be. Go check out youtube.com/MTGAttitude. The link is in the description below. It's a good friend of ours, and I'm the editor, so, you know, it'd be cool if you support me on both channels. Also, we started a new channel recently called Magic Jerks. Many of you don't know that I am a Magic player, cardboard and digital, and Mr. Guy from MTG Attitude and myself have started a gaming channel, gaming/interview channel. So we are playing on MTG Arena, and we are recording live conversations during the games, asking each other questions, and we'd love to have some guests. Please look up Magic Jerks on YouTube. We don't have enough subscribers to have a cool link or anything, but that link will be in the description below as well. Please join us and subscribe, and we'd love to get you into battle. Anyway, thanks for watching. Really appreciate you being here. This is Editor J, and I'm Audi 5000, Pops.